Here's the Maha movie's take on kickbacks.
And then give us a rebate on the back end. In any other industry, we'd call that a kickback. But in healthcare, apparently, we just call it business as usual, which is a tragedy. We have now aligned the incentives in the interest of the pharmaceutical industry, of the insurance companies, of every chain in the healthcare system to monetize and profiteer off chronic disease. United Healthcare, $361 billion in revenue last year. 60% of that revenue came from the pharmacy benefit manager. They have become nothing more than a profit holding center for big insurance and big pharma. The insurance has literally a dozen levers that it can pull to move and manipulate the marketplace. So they base your prescription drug coverage based off not what drug is best for you, the patient, but what drug is best for their revenue streams.
It's important to know that the details surrounding rebates are shrouded in mystery. Pharmaceutical companies and PBMs don't release their rebate data, saying it's proprietary. But it's clear that different people and different insurance companies pay different prices for the same drugs. What happens is the drug company gets moved up on something called a formulary. It's the list of drugs that the insurance company covers, and it's grouped in tiers. Each tier represents what portion of the list price the patient pays and what portion of the list price the insurance company pays. The highest tier on the formulary is the lowest copay for the patient, and the lowest tier is the highest copay for the patient.
And so for them to place a drug on a tier 1 pricing list, it means that they're getting a bigger rebate, not that it's the best drug. And then they incentivize you to buy a tier 1 drug through your copay or deductible.
Everybody pays for insurance, and then insurance pays for drugs. So the price is invisible to people. Right now they get paid by percentage of savings, by the rebates. The problem is the PBMs also control the formulary. So if you don't offer the PBMs a big enough discount that's the rebate, then it's hard to get on the formulary. How can the manufacturers increase the rebates? By increasing the price. So the more expensive the drug is, the better the PBMs can get paid. And nobody can see that because there's 10,000 drugs, and they use some interesting metrics to convince people that they're saving. AWP is the main one that they use. That stands for average wholesale price. That sounds like an amazing metric. Like, yeah, what are all the wholesalers selling it for? Let's average that. We'll pay actually 80% less than that. You know, what a deal. But it's a nonsense number. It's totally fiction. I have no idea where they get it. It's actually proprietary. There's a private company that sets that price, and they don't tell anybody what it is.
And drugs they want to push out of the marketplace, you may have as high as a 50% deductible. So that's how they'll control your prescription drugs and how you fill them and drive consumer behavior.
We get paid from the pharmacy benefits manager. So you pay your premiums, then they decide how much and what's covered after that. Your plan will get a bill that says this particular drug costs, say, $100, and then they'll pay the pharmacy. Now, if it's an independent pharmacy, they'll pay the pharmacy maybe $10, and then there's a $90 spread there. That's called spread pricing. They capture that. If they send you to CVS Pharmacy and you have CVS Caremark insurance, they're going to get that full $100. So all that loss in the middle, that's what the PBMs are capturing, and that's how the independent pharmacies are struggling.